So hello, KZOOMers. Hello, KZOOMers. We have been KZOOMing for over a year and a half now. Who knew that the KZOOM would continue?
We're so glad they
but
did.
why not? Why not? And we come around with the Song of Songs to the beginning, and in the Torah we come back to the beginning of Breshit, and the Breshit begins with the word, and maybe the word is kiss me. Maybe the kiss is the beginning.
Yes.
It is the place where we meet in intimacy. And so the Song of Songs begins with a request, request for that kiss, which is a request and saying, in a way saying, okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to step onto this path of love. I'm going to take whatever risk I need to take. And I'm asking really for to be transformed, because that's what the kiss will do, and it's a little scary because at the end of Deuteronomy, there's a midrash about how Moses dies at the end of Deuteronomy, and that there was nothing that that angel of death came again and again to take Moses, and they missed each other. They missed each other, and he couldn't die somehow. He had too much power inside him, and the way that he died is through the divine kiss. And so when I ask for the kiss at the beginning, I'm aware of the risk that I'm taking, because that divine kiss is one that is death and rebirth. And so as we begin the Song of Songs, we're asking for that kiss. We're asking for to meet the mystery, and we don't know what it will do to us. So as I was contemplating this mystery of the kiss, my free associative mind went to this fairy tale, which I thought I remembered, which is about the frog who becomes a prince, and through the kiss,
Mm-hmm.
and I started to feel like, oh, okay, so I want to bring myself to the kiss, and I want to see that the whole world is a frog. This is the world as frog practice means that I see into the eyes of the frog. I see the disguise of the frog, and I know that that royalty is underneath that, and that true identity of the frog, the world as frog, will only be revealed when I can bring myself to that place of the kiss, when I can take that risk, when I can sort of, I guess what I see is seeing the truth beneath appearances. And in that moment that I can see the truth of who that frog really is, which is the divine dressed as this world, then I can bring my kiss, my presence as a kiss, as a request for intimacy with this world. And the more that I thought about this, and I began to sort of play with it and realize that that I was also the frog. And Shekhinah is the one who I am allowing to kiss me, and through that kiss and that meeting and that request for the kiss of Shekhinah, I will be transformed, and I'll be transformed into who I really am. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to leave my pretend place, my little frog place, and enter into this the sense of who I really am. And so as so all week long I've been in this frog world as frog. No, I am the frog. and then I remembered that there was this book called The Frog Prince, which is a retelling of the story. And it's written by Stephen Mitchell, who is one of my favorite writers and translators of sacred literature. And he retells the story of the Frog Prince. But he does a different version of it. At the end of the story, the kiss doesn't quite work to transform that frog, because the frog needs something a little extra. And the other version of the story is that the princess realizes she needs to throw the frog against a wall as hard as she can. And the frog agrees to this, because really the story is the story of transformation, and the transformation doesn't happen until something dies. So I just want to bring all of that as an inspiration for this chant as we enter in together to the Song of Songs, the Holy of Holies. To say we're here at this KZOOM because we are asking to be transformed. We are asking for intimacy with each other, with our own experience, and with the mystery that is waiting for us. Yishakayni, minshikot piyhu, Yishakayni, minshikot piyhu. Yishakayni minshikot piyhu 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 minshikot piyhu Yishakayni minshikot piyhu Yishakayni minshikot piyhu Yishakayni minshikot piyhu minshikot piyhu Yishakayni 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 minshikot piyhu So as we begin this journey of intimacy, we meet our resistance, we meet our obstacles, we meet the places that are wounded by love inside us, and really then we're given the work. My teacher, Paul Ray, used to say that the path of love is the most rigorous path there is, because on the path of love, you meet every obstacle to love. And then, you've made a commitment to deal with that obstacle, to meet it. And so I was really asking this question for our practice of what is required. What is required for me to come to that frog and that world frog and to be able to find the kiss? And what is the place in me, that what needs to transform in me in order to have that intimacy with the mystery? And I want to do this practice I called calming the restless heart. And we were just singing the melody for it. So do you know the melody? Okay.
Sure.
And it says Ach Ayl-Elohim. It's a kind of a turning towards Elohim. And Elohim is a very interesting word for a God of unity, who is it's in the plural. It's the multiplicity within the unity. It is the paradoxical unity that of 10,000 things. And so, but I have to unmask those 10,000 things and to be able to see the oneness that holds it all together. And so Ach Ayl-Elohim, I am only turning only to God. And in Muslim practice, we say La ilaha illallah, which means I turn only to God, illallah, only to God. So I only to God. And then there's these words, dumiyah nafshi, my soul kind of rests or comes to stillness, comes to quiet. And I'm reminded of a famous line of St. Augustine, I think it was in the Confessions, that he said, our heart is restless till it rests in you. And so when I touch this place of dumiyah, nafshi, my soul's stillness, then I just naturally turn towards God, who's waiting for me. And in that turning, my restless heart is stilled and calmed, and only when I just face the mystery does that silence deepen within me, and my restless heart is calmed. And I was thinking that in order to have that kiss be pure, it's not like I can't be grasping after it. I have to be able to meet it with my fullness without reaching for it. It's like there's an art to that intimacy that doesn't, that is not like a slave of my desire, but instead kind of has a kind of a confidence in that meeting. So I want to, and I almost feel like we begin the song with this idea of the kiss, and then we spend the whole rest of the year saying, well, what do we need in order to get to that place that we asked for at the beginning, really? And the whole journey of the Song of Songs is the spiritual work of love, to be able to get to that place where the kiss, that simple kiss, can happen. So here's some beginning of the work, and you might want to just kind of notice the place in your own hearts that is restless or grasping or hurt.
Yeah.
because that's what has to heal in order for this, this kiss to happen, this kiss of transformation. Dumiyah, nafshi, Ach Ayl-Elohim, 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 dumiyah, nafshi. I just want to pause a moment and just, as we're learning this chant, just to tell you where to breathe.
Yes, that's very important.
Because it is really important to find that place. So the way that
it's only one spot. You got to go for it. Well, two places.
So you say Ach Ayl-Elohim, and that's breathe. Dumiyah, nafshi, Ach Ayl-Elohim, and then breathe. Dumiyah, nafshi. So if you just remember every time before dumiyah, that's when the breath comes, and otherwise it flows. Okay, and then I'm going to add a second part to it.
Need some help. I'll be listening.
So calming the restless heart, but it's sort of like entering into this flow of, and a sense of turning, a sense of commitment to that one, the one that hides in the many. Ach Ayl-Elohim, dumiyah, nafshi, Ach Ayl-Elohim, dumiyah, nafshi, Ach Ayl-Elohim, dumiyah, nafshi, Ach Ayl-Elohim, dumiyah, nafshi, dumiyah, nafshi, Ach Ayl-Elohim, 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 eyes closed and bring your attention to the breath. Imagine breathing into the heart and letting the breath really calm the restless heart. And with each breath, bringing yourself more present and refining the quality of that presence with each breath. So one of the requirements, it seems, of being able to meet that world as frog and find, that willingness to kiss and see beyond the appearance of things, is to come into the place of beginner's mind. And the term beginner's mind in the term beginner's mind is something that is found in Zen Buddhism, and I guess the word in Zen Buddhism is shoshin, beginner's mind, and it refers to having this attitude of openness, eagerness, and a lack of preconceptions whenever you come to anything. So it's like, oh, here's the world as frog, but I don't know, it's like there's this, the not knowing becomes really the source of all of wisdom. And so this practice of beginner's mind, the idea is that in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, and in the expert's mind, there are few. Mm-hmm. And so we want to come to beginner's mind on our spiritual journey. There was this idea of this one quote from someone named Rachel Botsman, and I'm not sure who she is. I have to look that up, but she said, trust is an active engagement with the unknown. Trust is an active engagement with the unknown. And it feels like when we begin with that kiss, there's we're stepping into the unknown. We're risking everything to be able to do that. And it takes a lot of trust to do that. And that's really where, this what we want to cultivate is a kind of a readiness of our, and a flexibility, fluidity, so that we don't get stuck in a certain kind of story, so that we can open to what the divine is giving us in this moment. And so there is this pasuk, this sacred phrase in the book of Exodus, that to me represents the power of not knowing, the rewards of not knowing. And in this phrase, Moses says this to Pharaoh. He says, we don't know how we will serve this great mystery, YHVH, until we get there. So we might want to ask, are we there yet? But we never quite get there. The there keeps moving, and so we have to keep cultivating this it's both a not knowing and a trust that when I get there, I'm going to know what to do, what to say, what is the, how to be, and sort of feeling like it's the answer is not out there. The answer is in here, and I'm going to take my in here with me wherever I go. So so I want to be able to rest in those trust in those capacities, to be able to respond to life as it unfolds, and
to get out of our own way so that we can receive the guidance. To get out of my own way with fears or worries or anxieties. Beginner's mind just is open to receive the guidance.
So let us take that journey into not knowing, into beginner's mind, which there is a kind of a deeper knowing that we come to, which is a trust in the essential goodness of being, that allows us to let go of our grasping. And maybe readies us for the kiss. Lo-nayda, mah-na'avod, et-Yah, shama. Lo-nayda, mah-na'avod, et-Yah, shama. Lo-nayda, mah-na'avod, et-Yah, shama. Lo-nayda, mah-na'avod, et-Yah, shama. Lo-nayda, mah-na'avod, et-Yah, mah-na'avod, et-Yah, shama. Lo-nayda, mah-na'avod, et-Yah, shama. Lo-nayda, mah-na'avod, Lo-nayda,
et-Yah, Adpoenu
shama. So resting into that place of not knowing, we find our basic trust. And if we can't find our basic trust, then we need to reestablish our basic trust. So the idea of basic trust I learned from a teacher named Ach Ayl-Elohim. And he says that a basic trust is a non-conceptual confidence in the goodness of the universe, an unquestioned implicit trust that there is something about the universe and human nature and life that is inherently and fundamentally good, loving, and wishing us the best. This innate and unformulated trust in life and reality manifests as a willingness to take that plunge into the abyss, which is the kiss, the abyss, which is the kiss. Furthermore, it is so basic that events and circumstances in your life cannot disrupt it. So when it is established in it, it becomes this foundation of, and it's the place we kiss from, the place we meet the mystery, the unknown from that place.
Of basic trust.
Of basic trust, yeah. And what is it that Rob Resney says, the name of the book, the Pronoia, and he's
the belief that
the subtitle of his book, Pronoia, is how the whole world is conspiring to bless us. How the whole world is conspiring to bless us. That's a whole different attitude towards life, to cultivate, like, because you have to sort of, it's like, oh, how is the world conspiring to bless me today?
Open up to notice. Yeah.
And so I think that's how we when we receive the world as a kiss, we are transformed. And I always like to say that, the kiss being this, central metaphor here, is that it's not a passive thing. It's something we meet. We meet the world in our fullness, in our passion, and it's so it's receptivity and responsitivity.
Sure.
Responsiveness at the very same moment. It's receiving and giving in the very same moment. So I want to do this one more practice with you, which it feels like it takes some basic trust to be able to do this practice, because it says it's taste and see.
Yes.
That God is good, that reality is essentially, there is a goodness there, but we can't.
You have to taste it.
You have to taste it.
You have to. Otherwise, somebody can give you a definition of honey and describe it and, and all that. It. But unless you taste it, you don't have the experience.
This from a very picky eater too.
It's not true. Well, maybe. Maybe it is.
And I'm always saying, well, just taste it.
Just try it.
Taste it. So taste and see of this goodness. But the thing is, it's like you sometimes you're just caught in a place where you're too afraid to taste, because you already have these preconceptions, and so you're not tasting. And so that's the risk that we do, is to taste it. So let's see if we can take this phrase and, and put this message inside us. And so that each day, just, that message can come out, and we can, I think of it as we have this comfort zone, and we live inside this comfort zone. And I just heard this teaching from Dr. Camila Majid, who was on the collective trauma summit. And she said, a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but not everything we can be is going to grow there. Comfort zone is a beautiful place, but not everything we can be is going to grow there. And so I think of this like living at the sort of edge of my comfort zone, and sort of like, okay, now I'm going to like leave my comfort zone a little bit, just a taste. And a taste with a kind of expectancy of like, there's something here for me that I want to taste. And so, and that's part of the kisses too, because when you kiss, you are tasting the world, So let's try it.
Havayah.
So as we enter into this place of this kiss, for this week of Breshit and of the week of kisses, I wanted to share with you a poem that I love by John O'Donohue. One of my favorite poems because it's all about beginning, and I love, as an Aries, I love beginning.
Yeah.
I
A few
love
other Aries
beginnings.
shaking their heads.
Yeah. I love beginning. There's so much promise in this moment of beginning, and it's so amazing to be beginning this together with you. You might want to just for a moment just take a look around the Zoom room and to connect with all of these people who are on this journey together. And that we are setting off together. We are on this journey, and it makes a big difference that you're not doing this alone.
That's right. We're doing it
That
together.
we are together. And John O'Donohue gives us a little inspiration for the journey. In out of the way places of the heart where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness grow inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight, when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. So I am happy to be on this journey with you as we all unfurl and all pucker up to receive the kiss, all become like a frog, right?
It is like a frog when we pucker. Yes.
So we want to know the world, that the world as frog is waiting for our kiss, and also that we as frog are waiting for the Shekhinah's kiss to transform us. It's good sometimes to like take a few minutes to reflect on your practice, what has been stirred in you, what has been opened, where are your dreams, where are your trepidations as you enter into this new spiraling of the song. So anybody who would like to stay for a 10-minute conversation with your beloveds here
And
can
if you're not
stay.
able,
And if you're not able to
we
stay,
love you. Bye.
yeah. Oh, I forgot to say.
Oh, yeah.